first part is off. I will pull it out of the water, of course. It fell into the water. I made a decision that I will take the other 3 parts, which I don't use as a ramrod because they are so heavy, and put them on a sailing vessel which is stranded nearby. So I don't have the heavy weight on the boat and can pull it easier, and it becomes later on then properly disposed on in the trash mound. So far so good. We now take part 2 down. This is before the spreader. This thing, we take this off, tank, and then we use this thing as a ramrod until here, the half, and the last part of this I will then also trash on the other sailing vessel. So far so good. So, second part is down. Here are the 2 parts, the top parts of the mast, the X mast, now it's something else. This will now here, in the middle of this will be cut. This part is then the ramrod, which I ram in this thing into the muck. I found out when I stick only the mast into the mud, it already sticks so good that maybe I only have to ram this thing in the ground, and then I can pull my vessel through the mud, hopefully. If not, as I said, I will take this basket, the X basket, ram that thing into the ground, should have more retention. Then we take also this is the old forestay. The old forestay, I keep the sails. I keep both sails, the main and the general, because I may need some interim propulsion solution with sails. Maybe, who knows, or for whatever. So, sails stay, protection for sails go, forestay goes, mast goes, then we are easy enough, then we go over the outboard, and then we start the next leg. This then means the next trial to get ourselves back to Key West again. Okay. We have Sunday, October the 2nd. This is the old position of the sailing vessel. There's Key West, and here's our bow. This is the direction we got to go into the channel, which we figured out yesterday would be the best solution. Right now the tide is going back, we have low tide, so the maneuverability of the ship is next to 0. The plan is as follows. Actually, the execution is as yesterday planned. There is, in the water, there is the mast and the segment with the spreaders, which I use as a ramrod, and I thought I would use this thing as an anchor, the basket, but it has proven not to have the required retention. The ramrod itself goes very beautifully into the muck, and when I then secure with another pole the line to be at the bottom of this ramrod, then I have the best retention. This works wonderful in case I have enough lift, because with this level of water we have too much drag on the keel. I cannot even wiggle it out of its position, or so it's stuck. I have here a heading, this line here with that mud thing there. It moves, but very slowly. This is the situation on day 4. Okay, we have here a look at the tide tables from Key West. On yesterday, Saturday, 1st October, we had around 8:30 a.m. the lowest point, the low tide. Then at 3:28 we had one high tide, and then 7:28 again a low tide. So this is a kind of wiggling thing. We have here obviously 2 effects taking place. It's the one is the moon, and the other one is maybe, who knows, the wiggling of the earth or whatsoever. But this is as is. Tonight at around 2:11 a.m. we had these 2.26 feet, and then at 3 somewhen I started to rotate the vessel, and this worked. It worked way easier than now trying to drag it. So, but now we are at around 9 a.m. Now we have around 9 a.m. and at 9:45 we are here. At 9:45 a.m. here's the low tide, so we should be somewhere here now. I could try now at 5 p.m. at this top, maybe start at 4 p.m. when we are here, and at 5 p.m. at this top to do another hop. Then again we have at around 8:24 p.m. we have this thing here, a smaller low tide, and then we kick out back again and get a really beautiful tide where we have tomorrow morning at 3:25 a.m. That's gonna be 2.2 feet, and if we are right now we have 0.26 feet. We are missing 2 feet. This is quite a little bit, you know. My draft is 4.5. We are missing 2 feet, around 2.5 now. Okay. The vest is now much lighter. It swims up. I also kicked out water out of the old engine compartment because the one opening in the back section opened, and of course the water got in, and I had to put that outlet back again. Seals are fine, and the path on how I prepared for this was right, but I can fine tune it, and of course buy some lines, 2 of them, where I could hang the whole ship up on. This has proven to be very valuable and to work, but if I do 2 of them, then it will absolutely work. So this then means some 10,000 pounds or 5 metric tons. This vessel now has 4 metric tons, and when I kick out the concrete of the bilge, it's gonna have 2 metric tons back again. And when I kick out the engine and all the other stuff, it's gonna have 1.5, roughly 1.7. And I kicked out the mast, and I will redo it with way more easy stuff with carbon fiber and things, and it's gonna be 1.5. It's gonna be an easy, beautiful thing. The rails I kicked out. I don't need rails. Rails are actually, what are rails for when you take care? I mean, I always put a lifeline on stuff when you cross. Rails are a fence that you put around your home to just have it there, because if you know there's no rail, then you take care differently. Don't count on something like a rail which becomes whacked at any possible accident, you know. I have an accident here, boom, rail is whacked, replace it. I have an accident there, boom, the rail is whacked, replace it. Let's stop that. Let's go for this journey, let's stick to it, and let's get things done. And I'll clean the vessel up on deck, because mainly of psychological reasons. Wash off also the surfboard and its cover and everything. Clean out the anchor locker with no anchors in anymore. Both anchors gone. We're gonna go also the inside and clean a lot of the same reasons, so we feel neat and we feel when we see a certain progress. At least I see a certain progress, which is supportive in this situation. So here we see the mast, say the provisorical anchor, the mast segment. This now sticks out of the water. The old spreaders, they stick out maybe a foot or 1.5 feet. The thing is as follows. This is our direction. I would pull now here into this thing, but here we have a bar. Here, there's a bar. We have to cross this bar. And my experience from the tidal wave information shows that this can be only done, or most likely done, at night, around 1 a.m. starting, peaking in 3 and something a.m. So my proposal is, now as the tide is low, it's the best time to take this thing and put it down there, down to that position where I want to go. So now the tide is low, you go there, and then at night you pull me out of this bar and you pull me then through this channel. It should be easy. Now 3 p.m. I whack the anchor way back there in that direction. Maybe you can see it with this little GoPro, don't know it yet. As I said, I start putting tension on it, not too much, just to see whether we can wiggle something, do something, and we become serious then tonight. From 10 p.m. on until 6 to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, I have to get this done. This first 100 meters, I hope so. I don't know, but I'll tell you then tomorrow. So now put tension on the system. This is our heading. This is the mud thing. This is the line. It didn't change at all, but the vessel becomes more wiggly again. I guess I also have to dig, because if you see here, there's the track where we came in with our keel. There, like that, here. And then we ended up in that thing. This we left this morning. Okay. That's it. Same way we came in here, we have to go back again. And there's no magic on it.